How you doing? Welcome to my channel. You know, I'm always fixing these cards, trying to get them upright, and they just keep getting, upside down shit sometimes. And I told myself, hey, just let it be. And then here I am, not letting it be. Anyways, we're gonna leave it like that. So if we get a couple mixed up, that's just what's gonna be. How the hell you doing? Enjoying your weekend? Last day. I know. But anyways, neighbors walking around. Anyways, so how you doing? Yeah, about to do your tarot card message. Taurus-Gemini. Mookie, stop. What are you gonna do? She's a dog. Alright, so anyways, Taurus-Gemini, about to bust a move on your reading here now. Enough. You're a good girl. Yeah, she gets carried away a little bit. Anyways, so we're just gonna get right into it here after this doggy distraction. Alright, so I'm probably gonna use two decks here today. And we're gonna go with steampunk here. We're gonna just bust it out. Alright. Oh. Well. Somehow we're always talking about relationships, right? Well, there you go. That's the first of your energy. These are the cards that are telling me what's up, and it looks like you're really not happy with some kind of relationship. Okay, you might not be in a relationship. This could be about one, but with the Hierophant and the Sun card in reverse, someone is not happy. Definitely not happy. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the mini deck here. Like I said, we're gonna use two decks, split it up a little bit here. Okay, Sun card in reverse, confirmation. Okay, two different decks. Sun card, both in reverse. I mean, you can't get any more clear than that. So you are definitely not happy with some kind of relationship that you are in the present moment, okay? So let's just get into it a little bit deeper and see why. Because something's... I want to say, because, what's going on in the comments, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, the answer is no. Yeah. Anyways, with this Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the two Sun cards in reverse, you're clearly dissatisfied with whatever relationship that you got going on right now. It's not worth investing. It's not making you happy. Wow. That's insane in the membrane. Oh yeah, we're using two decks. Right. That is a definite direct message here. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles. So you don't see anything worth building here. You're not seeing anything out of this relationship that's worth building stability with, I mean, it could be a job. I mean, a relationship. I mean, with the Hierophant, it could be a higher level commitment, There's no passion. Ace of Wands, no passion. Wow. I mean, we're just speaking like it is, right? Yeah. He should come towards you with the truth. Bring him in to speak the truth. Hey, everyone. What's going on, everyone? Appreciate you guys being up here. Leave me the comments. You guys are writing books tonight. Jesus told you that? Wait, Jesus told you the lake of fire? So Jesus really talked to you and said, hey, man, this lake of fire thing, it's pretty full of hot lava. Can't with that. All right, so there's no passion in this relationship. It's not worth building anything for, and you want to go in a different direction. Fool card. You want to take a different journey here. Yep. So you're looking to get out. You were looking to get out of your situation right now in this moment. Okay. There's no love. So no love, no passion. And I mean, when we're talking about, I mean, love and passion sounds kind of the same, I guess. But passion is that drive, is that, ooh, I want you. And, you know, it's all the sex shit and all that. You know, and it's different than love because love is your emotions and, oh, how was your day? And clearly different, right? Oh, that's just because of what it is, my friend. I appreciate your truth there and your compliment about my readings being so accurate. I love it. Thank you. It's just your energy, not mine. Okay. That's pretty much how that is. Right. So we got no love. We got no passion. It's not worth investing in. You're feeling like a fool. Why? Because, I mean, it's not over yet. So you're still enduring this. 4 swords in reverse. So you're still enduring this. You're still going through this. There has not been an ending or fixing to this yet. See, you gotta cut it off. Queen of Swords, cut it off. Use your intuition. You're very intelligent. You know what's up. I mean, obviously, because your energy is telling me what's up, but still, it's like, I get it. You know, we get complacent sometimes, we get comfy, and sometimes we just get into that routine. And it's easier to deal with somebody's bullshit than to just change your whole routine. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Let's keep going. Ace of Cups, see? This is what you really desire. Ace of Cups. Let's just scoot it on over a little bit. Yeah, you want to feel emotionally fulfilled. You want to feel like, you know, that somebody sees your worth. And right now, you're not feeling that. You know? So what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I get the values. I get the beliefs. Like, hey, man, you know, we've been married 17 years. We're in it for the kids. But you forget, like, what happens, and the kids are running in their rooms and shit, scared because you guys are arguing. And it's like, this button won't work. Come on, button. You know, it's, what are you going to deal with fat fucking fingers and shit, dog? Okay? The buttons don't want to go in. I can't leave it like that. Why? Get in there. Oh, I can't. That's jacked up, dog. I'll leave it. I think I got it. Nope. Fell out. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Why the hell do we see one thing one way and not another? Got it. You know? So if we know shit's not good for us, I get going through, you know, the experience of things to know where your boundaries are going to be. I get all that. But when your heart here is clearly pulling towards something else, because what you got right now isn't making you happy, you got to call judgment. I mean, you really do. I mean, I've been in your spot. I know what holding on is like, and I know it's like feeling like a fool because you're the only one holding on. I get it. But eventually your strength is going to run out and you're going to let go. So if you kind of know what's going on right now and you don't pull the trigger to be like, this ain't me, this ain't working, I don't want this, I'm not happy, then you're going to allow yourself to torture yourself to go through any more events that, you know, could possibly hurt, to wait for an ending to happen kind of on its own. an obvious ending? No. We all do that. 3 of Cups. Okay, so 3 is about exploring here, and the Cups obviously is your emotions. So I think that you're going to be kind of exploring your emotions here to see, one last time, is this really what I want to do? Do I really want to move forward? Do I not want to? You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Yellow is my color. Yeah. A little black and yellow. All right. I think you're from the UK, right? UK's in the house. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, so, I don't know if whatever situation you're in with a person, if you have a family, if you have, a blended family, whatever, if you don't, well, what I'm basically saying is you want that. You want to build that family, that legacy, okay? You get excited when you think about that because that is what fills your heart. Okay? And if I know, put it in perspective, Gemini is a little different. The this Taurus side of you is all about that family. Okay? And logging it down, that structure, that stability, that family, that grounded life, because that's what a Taurus is. I don't know. Let's keep going. This one's getting deep. Yeah. So stick around for a while. We got 2 decks to run through. Yeah. Okay. 10 of Cups. See? 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups on top of the Ace of Cups. You clearly you're living a life that you don't want to be living right now because it's not what's making you happy. Yeah. Empress. Oh shit. What are we doing? Okay. I can't with you. Always an Empress popping up in the energy over here. Okay, so Empress is ruled by Taurus and Libra. And a lot of Taurus readings have the Empress and the Emperor in it, indicating Libra. Thank you for the balloons and the hearts and all that. You guys are amazing. And we got the Hierophant out here. Okay, so somebody made a bad decision. Somebody picked somebody for whatever reason, and they're really now not satisfied in this moment. And when you start to look at your present situation, you see that it is what it is, but there's something that is tugging on you, which is family, love, complete happiness with an Empress. So it's like you're with somebody in the physical, but your soul, your spirit, your heart, everything else is somewhere else, with somebody else. I should say for somebody else. Seven of Swords. Let's see how that goes. Page 1. I mean, this other person inspires you here. They inspire you quite a bit. Make you feel giddy. Yeah, and that's the person you want to invest with. 7 of Pentacles. Upright. I mean, wasn't I just saying that, dog? I was. Seven of Pentacles. Right next to the Empress, on top of the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Shut up with the Fool card. I'm just gonna say it, man, because that's how I keep it real on my channel. You're with the wrong person. You're with the wrong freaking person. And the other person, hey, don't come at me, okay? This is just the energy that is projected, okay? It's not my energy. I'm just relaying the message, okay? Seven of Pentacles next to the Empress, on top of the Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups, Fool card. Yeah, we keep going. And you're stuck. Oh, it's in reverse. So you won't feel stuck with this Empress. Hangman in reverse on top of the Empress, next to the Seven of Pentacles. This person makes you feel alive. This person is your happiness. And you're not with them. You're with somebody else. Wow. I mean, hello. We're just getting right up in your face, aren't we? Yep. What's this? Death. Okay, death card. So, when I see the death card in reverse, the first thing that popped into my mind was, it ain't over. Because that would symbolize, you know, death is transformation, it's change, it's endings. And if it's in reverse, well, none of that's going to happen. So it ain't over. So now I'm hearing that Lenny Kravitz song, baby, it ain't over till it's over. You know, I don't know if you know Lenny Kravitz, but you should. But baby, it ain't over until it's over. So that makes me think that you had another, or you had a chance or a previous something or other lifetime relationship with this person. Let's get going. This is getting very interesting, yeah. I could dig it. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, I mean, like, come on already. This Empress obviously makes your life real easy. You don't have to work hard. You don't have to stress about shit. You got it going on with him pretty much. So there's a lot of compatibility here with this other person that you keep, well, your heart keeps getting drawn to, I'll say. Yeah. And you feel like crap. Oh, man. Okay, so Page of Cups, what's up with that? Feeling like crap. Because nothing's changing. So you're starting to feel sorry for yourself here. Yes, you are starting to feel sorry for yourself. And that's just got to change. You got to stop that shit. Tower. Tower of Power. Okay, got to get a grip. Need to get a grip. See, get a grip. Oh my. You know. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for the wisdom and the knowledge and the love and all of your energy that you transmute to me for them. Magical. Absolutely magical. Are you kidding me? Didn't I say get a grip? What is she doing right there? Getting a freaking grip. Hey, you know, I guess heroes don't get recognized until they're dead, right? Heavy reading today. It sure is. We're like, we're in there today, my friend. All right. So getting a grip, huh? Nine of Cups again. I see it. Man, the Lovers. Okay, so this is definitely another reading of the, I gotta say it. Okay, when I say a sign, it doesn't necessarily mean your sun sign. It could mean your moon sign, Virgo, whatever it could be. Um, that's affecting this reading. So let's just say, you have Taurus, not as your sun sign, but as like your moon sign. That part of you is your emotions because that's your moon sign. So this reading for a Taurus moon sign is going to affect in a way of your emotions relating to the story. Your sun sign, this would be definitely, no doubt, your reading. Okay, and so this is the discernment we have to learn to see. Okay, well, hey, I'm a Sagittarius pulling up on this Taurus reading, and because I believe I'm a Taurus and he's talking about Sagittarius, this has nothing to do with me. Well, you're wrong. And this is what I'm saying. Okay, so the moons and all your planet placements, it's really good to know your chart because then you'll know thyself very well. It relates to a lot of people. But this story here is about a Taurus any placement and a Libra any placement being freaking twin flames. Because it always comes out that way. It's been coming out that way for like a couple of years. And I've done individual Taurus readings and Libra readings, and y'all's energies just keep pulling in. So now this is like another one. King of Swords. Okay, so you got to step it up here. Okay, you got to step it up. If you see this person as your higher level commitment, your friggin' twin flame, you got to step it up. You got to take that leadership position here for yourself because you're obviously somewhere where you're not happy. And you keep pulling yourself, well, your heart keeps pulling you towards this other person that is really meant for you. I'm just going to say it. So you need to start doing some shit about it. King of Swords. The Knight of Cups. See, you got to start doing something about it. This is standing in your authority. The Knight of Cups is taking action towards how you feel. This is what I just said again. People, the power of a manifestation in your words is very strong. And if you're very tapped in, well, you can make your words work in a way that is evident and real and seen. Because I have many videos like this. People still don't get it. But I'm not a witch. I'm not a warlock. I'm a warrior. Because all those other little silly games of witchcraft and voodoo, hoodoo rituals, those are for kids. Those are for amateurs. I just gotta speak my fucking words and I'll make some shit happen. You can do that too. You just gotta tap in and you gotta drain your lymphatic system. Because all that TV you're watching is squashing you up. There we go, anxiety, boom. Yeah. Okay, so I get it. I get changing is stressful, right? Wait, is change really that stressful? Do you not change your underwear every day? How fucking stressed are you when you gotta change your underwear? Probably not. You'd be more stressed if you can't change your underwear. So why are you afraid of change? If you're not happy, why can't you change that? To me, it's like sitting in your shitty underwear. I wouldn't be happy sitting in your shitty underwear. So I'd want to change, right? Right. I get the whole Show me the Bible verse where it says that, Deuteronomy 18:9. You know, you guys just, I love it. I love your distractions because it helps me teach you something. Okay? You guys take snippets of a Bible verse and say, oh, that's blasphemy, right? But you see, you don't understand that God had granted you gifts in this world, maybe, maybe not, to use certain things. So now we're going to refer to like Moses. What the hell did he do? We're going to talk about Daniel. What did he do? What king was prophesied to dream? Come on, fool. I get your hardcore beliefs, but now you're just dumping the Bible. Because you're just taking a little snippet of what you see and what you believe, and you're taking it and running with it, and you're going to condemn everybody. But shame on you, because it's not your place to judge anybody. And this is clearly what you're doing on my channel. You have no role in that. That is not your deliverance. Repent yourself, because you don't even know who you're talking to. Fool. See that? Tricks. Come on. All right. So my Taurus-Gemini friend, you need to really start taking some action here. Get out of your head, okay? Because you know nines are about completions in numerology. So we're gonna school me and say that numerology is like necromancy. Hush up. Shame on you. No, nines are completions in numerology, okay? Because there's no double numbers unless we're talking about mass numbers. So you need to end your anxiety. End your anxiety. And start taking some freaking action here. Start taking some action. I'm gonna wait for her to stop barking. It's the same dude walking around twice. Now stop. You already seen him. Grizzly bear. Let's keep going. My little grizzly bear dog out there barking to the same person, doing laps, running around the neighborhood. 9 wands. There you go, trooper. Stick it out. Work it out. Work it out. You could do it. Like I said, change your underwear every day. You're not afraid of that. Why can't you change your life to make it better for you? That's going to make you happy for what you want in your heart. Because your stupid brain is listening to the devil. I mean, I just spent most of my day today listening to audiobooks, right, of the Bible. And so, you know, I was kind of always wondering, hey, whatever happened to like the full story of like Cain and Abel? You know, we only get snippets of it in the New Testament shit, and you can dig back and get it a little bit more. But all of a sudden in my feed, it popped up an audiobook of the book of Melchizedek. I'm not good with pronouncing it, but Melchizedek. I think that's how you say it, Melchizedek. Anyways, this shit goes into so much description of what happened to Adam and Eve and all that shit. And here's the deal. When it was time for the offerings, okay, God said the way to salvation at that time was through the sacrifice of the lamb, which is sacrifice. And there was no exceptions to that, because that was the only way. So when Abel went to give his sacrifice, which was the lamb, because he was marrying his sister, his younger sister, because in that book, it clearly tells you, even the firstborn daughter, her name was Ali, A-L-I. Never knew that in my life. And I've been going to church since I was 5 years old. So when it came time to the offerings, Abel did the He did the lamb, but Cain was really prostrated by the idea of the killing. He didn't like that. It really hurt him. So he was like, I don't want to do that. Even though that's what God says to do, I don't want to do that. So when I'm tilling the field, it wasn't he was giving all his best vegetables, some of them, but he gave his flowers and fruits as his offering, as in his mind, a different way to see something better than a slaughtered lamb that God would accept, because obviously God made the flowers and the fruit. But in God's mind, it was Abel who did the right thing, because he was following the rules of what was supposed to be for the offering of salvation. And Cain was the one that changed it up and said, this is what I think is better. And God was like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? And so God didn't just chastise him immediately and all this, the way it shortcutted in the Bible. God was like, listen, Cain, I see where you're coming from, but I'll give you a chance to do it right, to sacrifice the lamb. Because he wanted to marry the older sister, and they were. So in this book, it narrates the story of Cain and Abel, but with their sisters, and becoming wives and all this. And God gave Cain a chance, but Cain was so adamant about his way was better. This is why he got pushed out. And even Adam and Eve were like, hey, God will give you a chance, just throw up that lamb. And he just said no. And so when it came time to striking, whatever happened with Abel, it wasn't with the rock, because they were using the sacrifice and they had to use a knife. So Cain had a knife and right in the face. And this is what it's saying in the book. And I was like, what planet am I on? I cannot even believe that. He hated his brother. It was only because he felt that God loved him more. And that wasn't even true. Because God said, hey, this is the rules, okay? Some people, you want to come in my house, you got to take off your shoes. And if you're going to be that unruly person to come to my house and not want to take off your shoes, well, then you're not coming in the house. You can't make your way fit when it's not your way. You know what I mean? So it was very crazy to read all that. And so I would suggest to get up in there and read some of these older books, because the wisdom and knowledge is in there to understand now the whole story and nothing but the story. And I was like, holy shit, dude. I mean, God was even talking on the earth. So here's another thing. When God kicked Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden, he just didn't banish them for life. He came with them to the, out of the Garden of Eden, and was like helping them and talking to them, and just showing them, here's where you eat over here, this is what you do there. So God never abandoned Adam and Eve after the fall. He was making sure that they were still doing good. Yeah. God loved both Cain and Abel equally. He did. He hated his brother because he thought that God loved him more. And that wasn't the truth, because Cain was, I could see where Cain was like, oh, my heart hurts for wanting to slaughter a lamb. Can we do something better? Something less, a little more humane. And God said, no, these are my rules. This is what you got to do. And so it was that contempt. It was that little kid in the cookie jar, when you caught him, you smacked the fingers, didn't hurt enough, so they're still dipping in. That was kind of like Cain. And so no matter how God came at Cain to be like, hey, your offering wasn't what I asked for, and I'm about to kick you the hell out of here, so I'm going to give you a chance to do this, and you'll be fine. And I'll bless you and your sister, and you'll be husband and wife. Yeah. Over the top of your door. Gonna scare out because it's a predator or something. Oh no, actually. So the smell. I mean, there's so many different ways that people believe how such a short story and how we fill in the blanks and how we just perceive things to be. But like I said, a lot of this continuation of what is so short in the New Testament is in fact in other books, like the Book of Enoch. And I'm not going on conspiracy shit, but like that Book of Enoch, it has a lot of missing pieces that fill in the gap. Well, a lot of pieces to fill in the gap for those missing pieces of the Bible that just leave us short. And we're like, oh my God, I don't know. But it gave me a new perspective on it was a little more than pride that Cain had. Because he started listening to the devil, and the devil will chirp in your ear. Because the only thing that will destroy the devil and all his ways and shit is love. That's it. The only thing that can destroy the devil is love. Because he had it once and he lost it, and then he's bitter. Exactly. I mean, I'm not getting into the whole animal rights and all that shit. I mean, I get how that is a little brutal, but hey, it's not my rules, okay? I can say it's brutal, but I gotta do it. So now what are we doing? We're being obedient. And you gotta be obedient if you're following God. Or trying to get back to God, I should say. Hallelujah. All right? All right, so we're gonna continue. I just say that real quick because, I do enjoy learning, and I do enjoy talking to people. Even if, listen, home slice. Even if your opinion is not with mine, I still respect the idea that you could be, one, honest enough to tell me your opinion, for two, to challenge me enough to have a different opinion, and for three, not to be on my ass with my opinion wrong and yours is right. This is what I like. This is what my channel is all about, and this is how we roll. All right. Yes, sir, indeed. Okay, 2 at once. Okay, so it looks like someone's going to be making up their mind here. Pressing forward here. Doing what? Taking some kind of action for what? To turn that frown upside down. Oh yeah, you like that? I should put that in the title. That'd be a good thumbnail title, huh? Right. Oh, we're writing novels. Shit, homie. I can't keep up with all that. Oh, Dolly, you're so cool. I mentioned this in the Bible, whatever. He was talking about his own footsteps. He questioned things. And he came up with the answers and the questions. Those. Yes. So that's what I meant. We do insert things into situations, events, people, stories that are biased. They'll tend to fit our own idea or belief or want or need. I agree with that. Right. But listen, it's like this. Picture, I'm not minimizing God, but I'm just going to give it as a human term. Okay, picture a cop. He pulls you over. And he says, you ran that stop sign. And you're like, no, officer, I really didn't. I stopped. Now, here in Texas, you need a full 3-second stop. And that little white line that goes right in front where you got to stop, if you cross that line, well, you could get pulled over. You don't sit for 3 seconds, you could get pulled over. It's just the way it is. So if you're from California, you're like, hey, officer, I didn't stop. I did what we call a rolling stop. Well, it doesn't fit the laws in Texas. So your California ways don't fit the Texas laws. So then who's right, who's wrong? Food for thought, homie. All right. Let's keep... We're just going wild. Oh, man. Maybe we should do like a Sunday sermon, okay? Raise your hand if we should do like a Sunday sermon and just talk about things that people want to talk about when it comes to the Bible, religion, God, your own personal beliefs. We can even have these people coming in and tell me I'm a demon necromancer because I'm throwing 3x5 cards down that have pictures on them, and I'm telling you a story. But somehow it's relatable, and you understand. So it's more than just that. Because I know, bitch. Chariot, let's get on with it. Yeah. I like that. So maybe we don't have to call it a sermon. But it's like a free-for-all. Yeah. Respectable free-for-all. Oh, I got somebody going on a tangent right now. Woo-wee! Doll, you're going crazy up in here. History of the unknown, right? Yeah, I see it. And I'm saying it's certain things that were done, right? Were done because of fear and not understanding sometimes. Like the sheep's blood. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm tracking you, doll. I'm totally tracking it. All right, here we go. The moon card. Facing your fears. Okay, good. Now we're actually making some forward progress here. This is kind of why I like story mode, because we do dig it out. Okay, we do end up digging it out. High Priestess. So you know that there's something that you have to overcome here. Okay, definitely something you need to know. Well, you already know what to overcome. And that's what, the Eight of Pentacles. Why it is. That is putting in the hard work to do and get what you want to make you happy. That is the Eight of Pentacles. Putting in the hard work, trusting your intuition to fight your fears. So fighting your fears is what? Still being in a stagnant, non-happy relationship? Okay, well, suffer all you want. But you're going to linger with this other person in your heart, wishing and hoping and going gray because you didn't make a change. That was a pow, 1-2, and an uppercut. Okay. Yeah, indeed. All right. So let's pull 2 cards for your ending here. I don't even know how long we've been rocking this, but I like the way it seems now because we got some movement, we got some forward motion, we got somebody stuck in their head, wondering how to move. I can't. Okay. So you're just wondering. This is probably the deal why you won't move forward. It's probably because you're stuck in your head thinking that, there's, when you leave or do whatever you're going to do, it's going to cause a whole bunch of conflict with the person you're leaving. So just do it. Just do it! Nike. Right? Do it and don't look back. Because there's, good times ahead. Good times ahead. Don't look back. And that good times ahead is going to lead you right to collaborating with this this person you want to get with, this 3 of Pentacles here. Okay. Yeah. And this is the 9 of Wands. So just, it might hurt a little bit, but you got to do it. I mean, if this is something else that you want, you got to endure, the ending, the closures, all that shit to, wash your hands of whatever you got going on. And then once you're doing that, once you're free, it could be just one day of a transition. It doesn't matter. You just have to make up your mind and make that change. Because you're going to sit in your soggy diaper and not be happy for the rest of your life. Hey, that's on you. You got an opportunity here that will change your life, and you know that you will have a good life when you make that change for the better with this other person. So, I'm leaving it right there. Enjoy yourself, my friends. Have a good rest of your weekend. Be blessed, be brave, be bold, be well. Peace and pray every day. Hey, and if you're a subscriber, even if you're not, get in on my community board. Leave a comment. And tell me what day you guys just want to have this jaw-jacking session. Doll hasn't stopped yet. Love it. But I love the conversations. You're welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you, my UK friend. Yeah. So leave like maybe a topic. Just say, hey, let's talk about this. You know, and let's make it religious. Okay? So you can be like, hey, let's talk about Babylon, or hey, let's talk about this and that and that and this. And we'll just run on with it. I like that idea. Okay? Because it takes two to make it work, right? Anyways, be blessed, be brave, be bold, be well, my friends, and enjoy yourself. And I will see you on the next one.